My husband set fire to our restaurant, and instead of hating him for it, I found myself grateful. The night our dream restaurant burned to the ground, with 300 guests waiting for their tables, my husband looked me in the eye amidst the sirens and smoke and said, "We need to get out of here before they figure out I started the fire." My world didn't just stop spinning, it shattered. One minute I was pulling up, excited to see our grand opening unfold, and the next, our entire life's work was a blazing inferno. As he got into my car, his words hit me like a physical blow. I screamed, the sound tearing through the chaos, telling him he'd just destroyed 20 years of our lives, our daughter's college funds, everything. Smoke poured into the night sky, thick and suffocating, mirroring the despair rising in my chest. Outside, behind police tape, 300 people who had reservations watched, some crying, some shouting, as firefighters battled the blaze. We'd poured every last penny, taken out a second mortgage, worked 18-hour days for 6 months straight to build that place. Now it was gone because he'd lost his mind. Parents shielded their kids from the heat, more sirens wailed, and as we drove away from the inferno he'd created, I vowed I'd never, ever forgive him for obliterating our future. Once we were home, the silence in the car was deafening. But then he finally spoke, his voice trembling. "Inspector Harris has been taking bribes," he confessed, pulling out his phone. The screen flashed with images that made my stomach churn. Photos of diseased meat, 300 pounds of steaks and chicken covered in dark spots, green edges, yellow patches, rotting even through the plastic. He showed me texts he'd sent Harris, begging him to condemn the shipment. But Harris had brushed him off, said the meat was fine, and threatened to revoke our permits if we caused trouble on opening night. My husband spent 2 frantic hours calling other restaurants using the same supplier. What he uncovered was a nightmare. Mass food poisoning incidents, all covered up by Harris, who blamed kitchen procedures. A 6-year-old girl named Mia was in the ICU, kidney failure, 60% of her liver gone. A pregnant woman lost her baby after a birthday party where a dozen people got sick. But Harris wrote it up as improper storage, ignoring temperature logs that proved otherwise. 17 customers hospitalized after a wedding, the groom nearly dying of sepsis, and Harris threatened to shut the place down if they went to the media. Then the smoking gun. An envelope photographed from the delivery truck full of checks from the supplier, made out to Harris personally for $5,000, marked consultation fees. Each date matched an inspection. The supplier was selling contaminated meat from a processing plant where refrigeration had failed for a week during a heat wave. Instead of destroying the inventory, they were mixing rotten product with fresh, thinking no one would die immediately. Harris's boss was getting even bigger payments, part of a full story video added in below.